It's time to talk sports right here on Trust TV, and this is 360 Sports. My name is Ibrahim Yusuf. Welcome to the show. And of course, it is actually a bumper package. We're going to start with looking at the Nigeria National League, also looking at some matches in the Nigeria Professional Football League as well. We'll take a look at Nigeria's qualification for the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup and a little bit of transfer gossip here and there. And it's definitely going to be in-depth. And to help me with that in-depth analysis right here on the show, I have, well, a regular guest right here is a friend of the house, and that is Ikenna Okoko. It's very nice to have you on the show.
Thank you, Rahim. Yeah. This morning you're looking very sharp and cool.
Thank you.
Like you want to enter the pitch and do the damage.
Thank you. So, well, let's go straight into it. The Nigeria National League matches actually played during the week, and we have some results here that of all those matches played in the Nigeria National League, and that is Group A1. So we'll take a look at those results. Zamfara United beat Oya Sports International by 1-0. Sokoto United beat Mighty Jets by 1-0 as well. Yobe Desert Stars defeated FWC champions by 3-0, while ABS FC drew 1-1 with City FC. And in Group A2, we also have some games that were played. Doma United beat Road Safety by 1-0. Adama United also beat Kogi United by the same score, while Malumfashi FC and lost to JM Liberty by 0-1. Jigawa Golden Stars beat NAF FC by 3-0, and Green Berets beat DMD FC by 3-0 as well. Switching gears now, we'll go to Group B1, and that is where we'll see Campus FC losing at home to Bendel Insurance, our very own insurance there, doing one better, and Ibom Youth FC beating Vendraza FC by 1-0. J Atete FC lost 2-1 at home to Ikorodu United, and Adoration FC won 1-0 at home to Gateway. Abeokuta Stormers beat Oshun United by 2-1. And now to Group B2, where we have some matches as well, where Crown FC beat Otasolo FC by 1-0. Abia Comets beating Sporting Lagos Football Club by 1-0. Apex Crane and Ijebu United played out a 1-1 draw, while Seneshore FC beat One Rocket away by 1-0. Warri Wolves Football Club also beat Newi United FC by 3-1. Lots of interesting results there, Ikenna, on the Nigeria National Football League, and we saw a few away wins as well, which is something that we hardly see on the Nigerian scene.
That's exactly what I wanted to say, talk about first, especially on the NNL, the second tier of the Nigerian league. You know, Ikorodu getting an away win and insurance there.
Insurance,
I mean, it's quite surprising to me.
Exactly.
Especially at the time that the league is kind of winding down. Gradually, everything wants to tie it up on their home ground actually.
Exactly.
And then find a way not to slip into regulation at the end of the day. That is a good one for NNL, but I don't know that NPFL is not. It wasn't so.
But we've had some away wins during the season.
Yeah, but in the past about 4 weeks or so,
yes,
NPFL has been
the status quo has been maintained.
The best we saw recently, was a draw. In a team or one or two teams winning away from home.
Exactly.
I mean, getting a point, actually not winning, getting a point away from home, maybe a goalless draw, a 1-1.
Which is actually the best that you could actually hope for when it comes to Nigerian professional football.
Yeah, but when the league started, when it was at the beginning and then towards the middle, before the break, I mean, at the NPFL, there were a couple of away wins and all. But
so does that go to show that the NNL is more competitive?
For what happened yesterday in the NNL or this weekend is just kind of a surprise, because what they are known for is, I mean, win at home syndrome.
Syndrome, exactly.
Thing, you know, it's only in NPFL that we are surprised that there are no away wins in the past 3-4 weeks. Thereabout now.
Okay. One name that actually stood out for me when I was when we were actually looking at those results and fixtures. One name that actually stood out for me was Bendel Insurance. Yeah. Insurance used to be a powerhouse when it comes to Nigerian football. What happened?
Yeah, it's actually, that's what I was saying the other time. Football management being about 80% in the hands of government. It's not normal. What happens is that a particular government comes in, they're not interested in sports. I mean, the governor determines whether a club or any team or any sporting
gets the support it needs.
Happens the way it has to. So it's always a problem. This particular government in those states seemed to be interested because the deputy governor was actually a footballer.
Okay.
He was based in Abuja at some point, played for, what team was that in Abuja? He actually played in Abuja as a footballer, professional footballer actually. So he has this serious interest in sports.
Okay.
So I don't know if his principal, the governor, but he's the one driving sports right now in Edo State.
So do we hope to see insurance in the...
No, they almost made it last season coming into NPFL, but one or two slips happened and they couldn't make it.
Well, we do hope that insurance, our very own Bendel Insurance, comes back to the NPFL. Speaking about the NPFL, matches were also played during the week, and some of those results actually came, some interesting results, some not quite interesting, some were actually expected. Niger Tornadoes beat Enyimba by 2-1. Kwara United beat Katsina United at home by 2-0. MFM and Lobby Stars played out a 0-0 draw, which is one of those results that you were talking about that were actually quite interesting. Heartland beat Akwa United by 1-0. Remo Stars beat Gombe United by the same margin. Dakada back to winning ways, beating Shooting Stars by 2-0. Plateau United won at home to Kano Pillars by 1-0. It seems like the resurgence of Kano Pillars seems to have stalled a little bit. I mean, like they got a couple of points a few matches back.
They have had a good run in in the past about 6 games or so.
Exactly.
Which their fans get worried at some point, but now they are doing good. I mean, it's just about what I said earlier, this win at home stuff.
Exactly.
That it suddenly enveloped the NPFL.
The NPFL.
See, all the matches at home.
Yes.
I mean, all the
home
clubs
matches, the whole teams.
at home, they won their games.
Just like Wiki Tourists.
Except MFM and the Lobby Stars that shared the spoils.
Yeah.
So it's all about everything trying to escape relegation. Everything is trying to tight it. very keen at home.
So the remaining fixtures there, results: Wiki Tourists beat Rivers United by 1-0. Abia Warriors beat Enugu Rangers by 2-0, and Sunshine Stars 2-1 at home.
Imagine Rivers United. Imagine Rivers United. Before this particular weekend, they were having a haul of points. I mean, 10 points away from chasers Plateau United.
Exactly.
But now with this particular result, then favoring Plateau United, they will have just it's not just anyway. They still have up to 7 points ahead of Plateau United.
Okay,
in the chase to the title.
Having a look at all these fixtures, let's see how it turns out on the table. Let's look at what the table is looking like. Rivers United, that we just talked about, have a 7-point lead over Plateau United, who are on 60 points, and then Rangers International on 51, and Remo Stars at 50 points, making up the top 4. There seems to be quite some distance between the top 2 and the rest of the chasing pack. So can we say now clearly that we have a 2-horse race for the NPFL title?
Well, it could be so, because between Plateau United, that is second, and then Rangers, you have over 10 points. No, not over 10 points. Actually
9 points, exactly.
So anything can happen. This game of football, who says United may not lose like 3 matches and then Rangers win their next 3 matches.
Plateau United are on 67 and they are the league. They're the league leaders. Rangers International are on 51, and that means there's 17 points between number 1 and number 4.
Exactly. It's all about.
And we're gradually running out of games.
You understand? So it's all about 32 games played, remaining 6.
Yeah.
So it's a dicey one.
That's 18 points.
18 points. So whatever that could happen. But I could bet you that it may not get any better, because once the league is about to end, even in NPFL, even in EPL that just ended, and any other league, out there in Europe and all, once the league is ending, there's this chase, there's this fight by the bottom clubs or those that want to find a way to enter continental. They begin to want to brace up to get the points, especially when it has to be with where they have the advantage to get the point, either at home or away with any weaker team or something. So, but Enyimba, I actually don't envy them at this point, because it's Nigeria's only hope when it gets to the continental level. At least there is hope that they will go past the preliminary and maybe enter the next round and all. However, whatever happens, if they can't make it this time, they changed coach last season, finished the judge there, and of course he's also being distracted, being also part of the coaching crew in the Super Eagles right now. The Super Eagles crew right now that are in camp.
Well, it's quite interesting when you see exactly what's going on in the Nigeria Professional Football League right now. Let's take a look at the table once again, so that we can see the bottom clubs now and see the ones that are actually fighting for a relegation. So it's we have Lobby Stars on 37, we have Heartland on 37 as well, and then way down there we have Dakada and MFN on 33. Now let's look at the points difference now between Abia Warriors sitting in 12th and MFM, who are bottom of the league. It's just 6 points.
It's so dicey. Look at even Nasarawa United on 11th position there. You could see that from 11th position to the 20th position, no club is certain to be in regulation now or not. So what happens is that there is going to be intense battle in the remaining 6 matches that we have for this season. So what even MFM, they have what it takes. I mean, with the situation on the table right now, they could jump and not get relegated based on what we are seeing right now.
And there's some big boys right there at the bottom of the table. I mean, like we have Canopilas, Lobby is there, Heartland as well, and even MFM, because we had so much hope for MFM at one point. Something just went wrong and it all went downhill. So now 18 points to play.
Yeah, MFM, they had some technical issues, I mean, from the coaching point of view and all of that. I mean, when the season started, till almost about the break, the mid of the season. And it all affected them. And they started losing matches at home. They lost to Remo Stars. The first match of the season, they lost. I mean, so many matches they lost. So that was what got them where they are. However, 33 points out of the entire points they needed to have by now, they could still battle it out and see what they could get.
Well, usually in a 38-game season, say the golden number is, the magic number is 40. You get to 40 points, then you have some hope of staying up.
Like Nasarawa United now at 11th.
Exactly.
They seem to have escaped technically.
Yes, exactly.
However, if they sleep, they may be shocked to see that even an MFM that may resurrect would want to find a way to come tops. It's unfortunate that, like Nasarawa United, between Nasarawa United, Katsina, Canopilas, Lobby Stars, and even Atlant, these are clubs that they are used to, between the continental positions to around mid positions.
Top 10.
You understand? Top 10, top 11, and all. So, but where they have found themselves right now, in other positions that they won't want to be at this point. However, I believe that both the management of the club and, of course, working hand in hand with the technical crew will be finding out how to do each other at this point.
Okay.
And even going forward.
Well, let's before we leave the NPFL out, I need to actually pick this up. Remo Stars, at the beginning of the season, they were taking on all comers. They were beating everybody left, right, and centre. They were garnering points here and there, and well, they're still in the top 4. Sort of, but they're in 4th position and they're 17 points behind league leaders Rivers United. What went wrong for Remo?
It's all about stem power. There are some clubs that could start like a house on fire when the season starts. In the first 10 games, 11, 12, they want to show the big boys, the big clubs that they have come to challenge them. But when the season, gets to the towards the middle, then after the break, you find out that they will start dropping that strength,
intensity,
that intensity that they came in with.
Okay.
So it's all about what the technical crew is able to do with all of this. So it's when you get close to the club, I'm not too close to that club, Remo Stars. Of course, where they are somewhere in Southwest, I think somewhere in Ogun State. So it's a club that I'm not so close to, so I wouldn't know what
the inner workings
is happening
of the team, yes.
And whether it's from management, player. Sometimes players not being paid or delay in allowance or whatever could demoralize them. Sometimes also it could be that experience from the past, because most of the players they've got, they came from NNL last season. They got the promotion. So them even being at this position is a surprise to many. So after getting that promotion, the boys, they wanted to prove a point. So when the big boys should be seen, probably the experience.
That's when it came into play.
And then they started winning.
Well, Remo Stars there, well, they're still on in the top 4, and they hope to stay there come the end of the NPFL season. Well, one of the bright spots when it comes to Nigerian football right now is our age grade tournaments, most especially when it comes to the ladies. And now it is confirmed that Nigeria and Morocco will represent Africa at the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup. The qualifiers were actually played, and Nigeria got to do that after beating Ethiopia. And what are the chances you see for Nigeria making a very good outing in this?
Yeah, I think they would want to make a statement. It was not easy for them to even beat Ethiopia. Ethiopia, don't forget, beat South Africa to get to the point where they had to face Nigeria. That game on Saturday was like...
And even in Nigeria, they didn't lose against the...
They didn't lose.
At home, yeah.
You know, they are a formidable team right now in Africa. You know, there are no minnows like that. That's
how it is.
You know, so what I want to believe and expect is that by the time they get to the World Cup proper, the World Championship as should be, you know, in India, sometimes later in the year, I mean, they will be able to take on whoever or whatever team and then move to want to win the cup. It's doable. I mean, as Nigeria, we are good at this age grade stuff.
Exactly.
It's only after the age grade that we don't have the program to sustain what games we've had.
Exactly.
You know, so even their male counterpart had done it severally. I mean, they could do it as well.
Yeah, but why do we get it wrong when it crosses that? When we do under 17, under 21, under 23, but when it gets to the main national team, then everything just seems to fall apart.
It's not about planning. I mean, you cannot. A house that's divided against each other may not stand at some point. You know, if we have these people at the age grade level, after they have passed that level, they need to enter into the elite level, the professional level. So to say, as they are now, they are not seen to be professionals. Exactly. They are amateur.
Exactly.
So by the time they get to that professional level, clubs from Europe, from America, Asia, and all, and other parts of the country, of Africa, will start carrying them and all. So by the time they start going to different clubs, Adibin will have a good elite program here, football-wise, even generally sports. When they are mature to play professionally, our clubs, the Bayelsa Queens, the Rivers Angels, Niger Ratels now in Abuja, will be able to take them and, you know, absorb them and then begin
to make that leap in quality.
Yeah, so at intervals, maybe once in a quarter, even if there are no competitions, they will be able to come together and play together and, of course, maintain that momentum. But it doesn't happen here. Instead, our football administrators are interested in pulling down few private clubs that even try to make it to that top level. I mean, you can't grow that way.
So the atmosphere is actually
it's not conducive at all for these players to continue at that momentum and then blossom in the future.
Well, we do hope for the sake of Nigerian football that things will actually get to be exactly the way they're supposed to. Well, let's move away from football now and let's talk about tennis. Rafael Nadal. How good is Rafael Nadal? Actually, because he has proven that he is the king of clay.
Yeah, he's so good that he could get 22 titles right now at the Grand Slam level.
Exactly.
The person that is closer to him, Djokovic, is having 20. I mean, winning 14th French Open title.
Exactly.
Yesterday, under that scorchy weather was not. It was not a
and you look at the race. It's 6-3, 6-3, 6-3. I mean, like he just blew past.
No, it was a sweep.
It wasn't like a final. Usually finals go to the fifth.
Yeah, it kind of drags and all.
Yes, exactly.
The person he played is actually.
Yeah, Casper Ruud. But he did very well. He gave a very good account of himself. I mean, like, coming through the tournament and even reaching the final.
Yes, actually, this Casper Ruud, he is the one that kind of mentored him. Why he is still a young guy. I mean, he's still coming up. However, he was able to hold forth to get to the final to meet his Oga.
Exactly.
I mean, what do you expect?
So actually, it is a good thing when you find situations like this. I mean, like even the master should be proud of his prodigy that, okay, you have done very well, and now we are rubbing shoulders, so to speak.
Exactly. But
even though he got beat at the end, but still.
Exactly. You see, when you play, games, so many games, then get to the final. If you are not strong enough yet. Look at what happened also in the men's single.
The women's single, yes.
That Coco Gauff also lost it.
Yes,
it was just a matter of that experience thing too, because she has been phenomenal. She has been very fantastic at 18. Doing the things she has done, an American. So she had to lose because of that experience. That's similar to what happened to Rune.
So are we seeing a new wave of good, great tennis players? I mean, like are the Djokovic's, the Federers, the Nadals, are they on their way out now? And we're seeing a new wave of players?
It's obvious. It's obvious. It's just that Nadal, I don't know, in the past 1 or 2 years, he found a way to still, because at the point, some people thought that actually he would, phase out, in the past like 3 years or 2 ago. But he found a way to, get into the game.
Because with tennis,
and
like any other sport, when you get to a certain age, I mean, like it starts to tell on your body. And like we've seen how it's happened with Roger Federer. Roger Federer hasn't been in competitive tennis for a while now, and it's because of injuries and the rest.
Because of age as well.
Exactly. So, so now we're seeing a revolution in tennis when we see the Coco Gauffs of this world come into finals of major tournaments.
So very soon, Serena is almost out of it.
Yes, she hasn't been there for a while as well. Yeah. Exactly.
So
the Williams sisters.
The golf, well, Osaka, sometimes
yes, she threatened to surprise, and then at the end of the day, something happened.
But in about 2-3 years' time, all these young, proteges, they will take over.
And we have some very solid players in the men draw as well. Medvedev is there. I mean, Zverev almost pushed Nadal to the limit. Unfortunately, he was by injury.
Yeah, injury took him away.
Exactly, and then Alcaraz came in, and all these young boys. So it's looking. The future is looking bright.
It's looking hopeful, and even for Nigeria. I was talking with the president of Nigerian Tennis Federation sometimes last 2 weeks.
Okay.
I was asking him, when will Nigerians be seen at this level?
Exactly.
The Grand Slam is the highest level in tennis.
And we haven't seen a Nigerian do anything like that all this while.
Yeah, he was saying that for now, what is happening is that we are trying to, there's this awareness that's being created. We have the talent.
Exactly, we do.
But it's to grow the talent.
That's our problem.
And things are falling in place gradually with Nigerian tennis. And I do hope that in the next 5-10 years, there could be devolution. Don't forget that a Nigerian, I've forgotten his name, but he's president of, the chairman actually, of the Nigeria Tennis Umpires Association, was among the officials in this just ended French Open. So, and in the Wimbledon that will soon start this month, about 2 or 3 of them also are going to be there as well to also officiate.
Well, let's hope
for officiating level, we are getting it right.
We can get the players.
But the players, we are still not
Let's hope from officiating we can get to the players. And talking about talent, before we go quickly right now, some transfer rumor. The name on everybody's lips now is Christian Eriksen. Christian Eriksen had a terrible episode during the Euros, and everybody thought that his career was probably over, and then he bounced back. Came back, played for Brentford, had an amazing season, and now we're hearing names like Manchester United interested in Eriksen. And how do you see this story unfolding?
Well, Man U want to do everything possible. Of course, especially now they have a new chip in the block. The manager, what's that his name?
Ten Hag.
Ten Hag that just came in. So he's trying to look at every option to beef up that team because a Man U that everyone knows or knew
exactly
hadn't found themselves in this manner. Just after Ferguson left, it had been tumbling and also looking for every option to beef up, especially their midfield. Then the attack options.
So do you think Eriksen is the right person? Do you think Eriksen is the right man to do the job?
Well, they are looking at the fact that he has that Premier League experience. So why not? Having played in clubs in the NPFL.
And the EPL. Well, wouldn't it be nice to have Eriksen at the NPFL? Wouldn't it be nice to have Eriksen at the NPFL?
Why not? These are things that are good. If the business angle to it is focused,
it would be absolutely amazing.
Government, hands off a bit. Why not?
It will be absolutely amazing. Well, we hope to see. We'll hope a time will come that we can see players in the caliber and the mold of Christian Eriksen playing in our very own Nigeria Professional Football League. Well, that's how it's been on 360 Sports right here on Trust TV. I'd like to say a very big thank you to Ikenna Okonkwo for sharing the studio with me today.
Thank you so much.
It's always a pleasure having you on the show.
A privilege to me.
Exactly. So that's how it's been on 360 Sports. Join us again right here on Trust TV as we give you nothing but the very best when it comes to sports and every other thing in between. I am Ibrahim Yusuf. Thanks for watching.